Recently, Franny's been having them Butterfingers, if you know what I mean. You ask her to pass one thing and she can't even do that right.
Yesterday in third period, Mr. Conradi asked Franny to hand out papers in class, and he came back and they were all over the floor.
Maybe I drop some things now and again, but who doesn't?
You know, not everybody can have superior grip like me.
Mila, catch! Franny, catch! During independent reading time, I can't seem to focus because I look over and Franny's just dropping books left and right.
When gym comes around, you don't want Franny on your team.
I pick Olivia. I pick Lily.
See, I used to be like Franny myself. These figures were very buttery. Until I went to catching school where I learned everything I now know about catching. Yeehaw!
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, and everywhere you look.
Hello everybody and welcome to today's episode of SITV.
I'm Franny Regan.
And I'm Emmett Cummings.
For our first segment, we went around the halls and asked people who their celebrity crushes were.
Let's get right into it.
Today, Harry and I went around the halls asking people who their celebrity crushes were.
I'm Harry Styles.
Just kidding, it's Lily.
Harry Styles.
My celebrity crush, I think, is Angelina Jolie. She's a very attractive young lady.
Ryan Reynolds. Prince Harry.
My celebrity crush is David Cross.
Madeline Klein. Olivia.
My celebrity crush is Princess Diana.
Celebrity crush is Harry Styles.
My celebrity crush is George Clooney.
I'd say Lily Page.
I have to say Taye Diggs. It's from a long time ago. Since he's been in Rent in the 90s, I've been in love with Taye Diggs. So yeah, Taye Diggs.
Wow, sure seems like a lot of people really like Harry Styles.
I sure do.
Well, Franny, what if I told you that we had a special guest for today's show? Look right over there. Such a pleasure to have you on the show, Mr. Styles. Would you want to introduce our next segment?
Hello, love. I'm Harry Styles, and our next segment is Rylot Reviews.
Inspirational. Thank you so much. Let's get right into that.
Welcome back to Rylot Reviews. For today's movie review, we're going to be reviewing Dune. The movie Dune follows Paul Atreides, a brilliant and gifted young man born into a great destiny beyond his understanding. Must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people. As malevolent forces explode into conflict over the planet's exclusive supply of the most precious resource in existence, only those who can conquer their own fear will survive. So all in all, I think Dune was a great movie. I really loved the storyline it follows, and I think it did a great job setting up for the next movie too. I do think that there wasn't much action in it, but it didn't really need that. There was some fairly decent action scenes, but not quite a lot. There wasn't a big, huge finale, but it did have a good ending, which would lead off into the next movie. I think the cast and all the characters were great in the movie, especially because we got Zendaya in the movie. So, I think that Dune was a fantastic movie. I would give Dune 4 out of 5 stars, because the movie was really long and had a lot going on, so it was fairly confusing to understand what was going on in the movie. But the story itself and the characters was really good and interesting, and I enjoyed that. I think that it's just was more of just a setup movie, similar to The Fellowship of the Ring, Lord of the Rings, and A New Hope and Star Wars. It's kind of just one of those setup movies, but it was a really good movie.
Hayden, you sure made me want to watch Dune.
For our next segment, we ask people what their guilty pleasure songs are.
My guilty pleasure song is Boyfriend by Big Time Rush.
Looking for a boyfriend, I see that.
My guilty pleasure song is What Makes You Beautiful by One Direction.
Don't know you're beautiful.
My guilty pleasure song is Новоселье by Лесоповал. And then we started?
Perfect.
Alright, so my guilty pleasure song is Gangster's Paradise by Coolio.
My guilty pleasure song is definitely Party in the USA.
Okay, pretend you're dancing. Pretend you're dancing.
Just go like this. I don't think that's going to happen.
My guilty pleasure song is Party in the USA.
My guilty pleasure song is Yorktown from the fabulous musical Hamilton.
When you knock me down, I get the back up again.
My guilty pleasure song is Face Off by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry, we devour.
A One Direction song was featured, Harry. What do you think about that?
Oi, oi! What Makes You Beautiful is not a guilty pleasure song. It's a certified banger!
Okay, Harry. That's all we have for this week's episode. I'm Franny Regan.
And I'm Evan Cummings.
And we
are
out.